In this episode, we're going to take a look at a new Marvel Legends figure that just came out a few weeks ago. And even though it was released in the year 2023, it fully embodies the spirit of the 1990s. And that figure is the animated Wolverine. So, stick around. Hello fellow dorks and dorkettes, and welcome to It Came From My Side of the Laundry Room. My name is Rob, and in this episode, we'll be taking a look at a new X-Men 97 Wolverine figure from the Marvel Legends line. Now, I have to admit something. Marvel Legends has been around for a very long time, but unfortunately, I've never been able to find a Wolverine figure in all those years, especially one that I really liked. I mean, they've released dozens of them over the decades that Marvel Legends has been pumping out figures, and the ones that I do stumble upon, I'm not a big fan of. And of course, the ones that I do like are going for top dollar. So it was really awesome to see this pop up on Amazon for pre-order, because this is a pretty classic design for Wolverine and one that I can get on board with. So I was super excited, and I am super stoked to finally have a Wolverine figure in my collection, other than some of the retro figures I have. A new figure. Anyway, we're going to take a look at the figure, just play with it for a couple minutes, nothing too over the top, because it's Wolverine. We all know what he's about. It's Marvel Legends. We know what they're about, so we don't need to waste a lot of time on the footwork of it. So we'll just crack this dude open and see how he stacks up compared to some of the other Marvel Legends figures I have in my collection. So yeah, without further ado, let's head over to the workbench here and crack this guy open. Okay, here we go. X-Men 97 Wolverine. And I really dig the artwork. I mean, it's very simplistic, and I wonder if they are going to change the art style of the animated series a little bit to reflect more of this. And I mean, even this group shot at the top, which it's kind of shiny at the moment, they do look a little bit different. I really like the new look of Bishop. That's pretty cool. Storm, I love that they incorporated more of the Mohawk look. Everyone else looks pretty solid in their original versions. So, of course, this is one of those double-lined packaging things. So just give me 1 second. We'll get Wolverine out and we'll take a look at him. Okay, we have freed Logan from his plastic cell. And for the most part, he looks pretty nice. I mean, the details that I always like to see. His boots look good. I mean, the face sculpt's pretty good. I like the hair. The only thing, and you can see it here, are these gaps here. Now, I can understand. They need to keep it, movable for posability. But wasn't there just something better that they could do? I mean, it doesn't even look like it's attached to his shirt like it should be. I mean, it's attached to his shoulders, and it's evident that it is. Wish they would have done a little bit more like a molding off of the shoulders to, kind of hide that. But that's my only gripe at the moment. Oh, and we'll take a look at the other gear that he came with. But he came with 2 fists without claws, his masked head, and his cowl down, so it looks like he's pulled it off and it's, down on his back, which is pretty awesome. Give like a jumping pose here.
I mean, I like the claws. They are in a lot better shape than some of the other ones I've seen in the past, that's for sure. Yeah, but my two gripes, which lower, I mean, I guess the final score, if I actually scored them, would be the shoulders. And I wish they would have had an open hand, or, you know, just a palmed hand, opposed to everything being fists. But look at how bad that looks. I wonder if there's anything I could do with some Sculpey or something. But let's see how easy it is to pop off the head. Very easy. See what this looks like. I mean, I guess it goes down like that. That would make sense, right? Oh, there we go with the spin cycle. I mean, it looks very slapped together with that. So I'm not a big fan. I wish it would have blended in a little bit better. Maybe I'm just not doing it right, but I would think that's how his mask would slide on and off. Sorry, it's blurry. There we go. I mean, it wouldn't be like that. So we all came for this head sculpt anyway. It kind of reminds me of one of my favorite stories, in the McFarlane Spider-Man series. You know, the one that's just called Spider-Man. There is a Wolverine story with the Wendigo. And this version of Wolverine really reminds me of those issues, which, like I mentioned, were some of my favorite at the time. Big fan of those. Maybe I'll try to include a picture of Wolverine from that. Whoa. Sorry, I'm going with just the generic background just to make this easier on everybody. If you saw the channel update video, I've been doing a lot of research recently for this 90s November. And this kind of fits because it's X-Men 97. That's pretty cool looking. I like that. So let me grab this Gambit figure. And yes, they had the X-Men 97 Gambit up for pre-order as well, but I'm a big fan of this one. Reminds me more of his first appearance from the comic. So I didn't feel the need to purchase another one. But they work side by side. I like that. That looks pretty cool. So let's see here about his height. I do like that pose. I have a feeling I'm never gonna get it again, but oh well. Also, his belt being kind of slung low. I mean, it was molded separately. I wish it would. There we go. It is movable. Hurrah. There we go. I think I like that a little bit more. I like it. It's a good scale. Him being shorter. Good, 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 good. So points for that as well. Cool. regardless, I am happy to have him in my collection. Like I said, he's a character I have not had a more modern toy version of. So very happy to finally have one without spending an arm and a leg. So you know what? We're going to end it there. I'm happy with it. This kind of sucked. I was hoping for better. Wish we had more versatile hands. This is awesome. Whoop. So, 3 negatives, very small ones. The shoulders, the cowl down, and the hands. I can live with those. So, I do recommend this. It's a really great Wolverine figure, and you can find it for just a normal price. Not a super crazy third market, collector's price. So, super happy about that. So anyway, let's send it back to me, and I'll see you in a second.
Anyway, folks, back to me. Like I mentioned, I highly recommend getting this figure. Of course, there's 3 things I wish they would have done better, but that does not diminish how awesome the Wolverine figure is. And if you're anything like me and kind of missed out and wasn't collecting Legends figures or even like Star Wars Black figures at that time, it's a good way to get a figure that you missed. Man, I wish I could go back in time because I really did miss a lot of awesome figures. And there were some that I remember seeing and, yeah, I'll get that one day. And however much they were at that time, $15, I was like, that's way too much for an action figure. So, and then I would go back after thinking about it and it would be gone. And yeah, $15 now, nothing compared to what those figures from Hasbro go for brand new. So yeah, like I said, wish I could go back in time and remedy some of those things, but I can't. And if you all are like me, my local toy seller, yeah, as soon as a wave has gone off the shelves at Walmart and a new one has come in, he's hiking the prices on his older ones from $25 to $50. So yeah, there are relatively brand new figures that he's charging $50 for, that if you really scrounged around like the Star Wars Black figures, you could get an original Kenner figure from the 80s for less than that. So it's kind of one of those things where you have to juggle if you're more into the retro or how awesome the newer figures are. So yeah, anyway, enough rambling. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and this is 90s November, like I mentioned, and yeah, he kind of fell into it because it's X-Men 97, and I'm kind of scrambling to get some content out as I am still researching that wacky era of the 90s that I missed out on a lot of because, yeah, we were becoming adults and missed out on a lot of cool toys at that time period, so I'm having a blast researching it. So stay tuned next week when hopefully we have some more juicy meat on the bone episodes that I would rather be doing at this moment. But anyway, enough of all that. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you got something to say, please leave a comment. I love reading them, and I love getting back to everyone. And if you're new around here and you enjoyed this or any of the other episodes that YouTube is recommending down here, please hit subscribe. And if you hit that little bell icon, you will be notified whenever there's a new episode. So anyway, until next time, thanks for watching. Keep being rad and stay dorky.